Back underneath five wheels. What's up, Internet? Big J with Big J's Extreme Fitness here at the original Metroflex Gym. And actually, the squats are at Metroflex Weatherford. This is the original Metroflex Gym, some previous posted videos. Getting my swell back on, getting my swole, getting my strength, getting my muscles back recovered. And I got to say, there's a lot to do with, obviously, consistency and intensity, but also the type of training that I approached after my accident. Now, if you guys have not seen the accident, I was actually hack squatting 7 wheels, kind of lost my footing, lost my concentration, pulled some muscles, and then it was a catastrophe. It was something that I never envisioned happening for this set, especially since I've been underneath 9 wheels for like 15 reps. Not fun. I bruised, that was actually about 2 minutes after the accident, and that's about 6 to 8 weeks after the accident. But I gotta say, the doctors told me to take 6 weeks off. Don't put any pressure on it at all. But I felt like with the 38 years of training and the injuries that I've incurred and the bones that I've broken and the muscles that I've torn in the past, that I should go ahead and approach this with some intensity and some aggressive therapy. Now, this is obviously about 5 or 6 weeks later, but I was going about 70 to 80% 6 weeks later instead of just now getting started. Now, this video is obviously letting you guys know that I'm back, okay? I'm probably 85% back in my strength. But the reason why, once again, is the consistency, the intensity, and the aggressive therapy. But this, the strap and hooks and anchor loaders that I've got from BANDBELL have been my lifesaver, okay? Now, obviously, I started out with just the bar, then the bar and a wheel back when I first started doing this, and this is about 7 or 8 weeks afterwards, and I'm barely 9 weeks post-injury. But I gotta say, man, this has been the premier form of my recovery, as well as getting me better in my joints, the shoulders, the elbows, obviously the knees, the hips, and then this muscle tear. I've worked all the way through it with no problem at all. This is 4 doggone wheels hanging. Actually, it's 4 wheels and a quarter hanging off of this earthquake bar. And of course, it's the high kinetics, but I'm utilizing low kinetics as well with the RhinoFlex bar. This is some extremely scary type of squatting and pressing, guys and gals. Now, here's the 5 wheels at Metroflex Weatherford, and I felt fantastic. That's the first time I've been underneath 5 wheels in 9 or 10 weeks. I believe I'm almost at 10 weeks now, but this is much quicker than I had ever imagined. Now, let's go over some important details real quick before I get into the last part of this video. First and foremost, there's the earthquake bar right there. That's actually the Big J earthquake bar. It was designed specifically for me to go heavier than the 300-pound limit that's it's set for. This is actually built for 500 plus pounds, and you saw I had the 4 wheels and a quarter and held it just fine. A lot of shaking going on, and that's that high kinetics that you need to get those tie-ins and those accessory muscles to concrete with the primaries, okay? They talk about accessory work for the chest, and they're talking about the triceps and the traps and the lats. There's a lot of in-between as well that holds all that together, that if you strengthen those, you're going to not only look better, but you're going to be better, okay? You're going to be a stronger powerlifter and a better-looking physique bodybuilder. And that goes in line with the squats, too. You know, you got your quads, your hamstrings, your calves, and then you got your erectors, and then your abs. And your abs are extremely taxed when you're utilizing these bars. Yes, of course, I was wearing a belt, but before I get to 3 wheels, I'm trying not to wear a belt because, of course, the core training and everything else that it involves getting the physique to a higher level of not necessarily training consciousness, but effectiveness, okay? Now, that white Rhino there is capable of holding 9 wheels, and I put 9 wheels and deadlifted with it probably less than a year ago. And the other bar that's in my truck, the RhinoFlex HD, I've had 7 wheels on it. So they will hold, guys and gals, and that's squatting. That's where the most pressure is at the single point. Deadlifting is a lot easier because you're distributing the weight, but squatting and benching as well. But squatting, these bars will hold up. And again, getting myself not necessarily we're definitely getting stronger, but making the physique a much better machine per se. Instead of joint pain when I get up out of bed now, I don't have joint pain until I'm putting 500 and 600 pounds on a bar. That says a lot because I've been training for 38 years and I've said this 1,000 times, but getting these types of kinetic trainings in your shoulder presses, your bench presses, your squats, even your deadlifts will make your body a more proficient machine. Now, real quick, I know I've already done a video on this, but these are the strap and hooks that you can get from BANDBELL.com or go to BANDBELL's Instagram, however you want to do it. But they are thick enough and round enough to go over the edge of the earthquake bar, because I believe it's 3 or 4 inches around. So you've got to get this around the edge. And then if you're going to bench with it, I've already taught you guys secrets in the last video, but you can't put anything over a quarter because this anchor loader will hang down pretty far. So you've got a lot of length from the bar to the ground, and then you put a wheel on there and it's going to start banging. So you put quarters on there, and you can load 2 quarters on each side. I actually put 2 35s or 4 35s on this to get my heavier weight, but when I did that, I actually did a little row here. So I pulled this hook up, hooked it onto itself, rolled it down again, took away a couple of inches. That way I could put 35s on there. Benching, 35s is all you're going to be able to hold, not hold, but use, because it's going to hit the ground. 45s are just too big. 25s all day long, and that's a lot of weight for that kinetic training. A fantastic tool. I would highly recommend it for rehab, prehab, physical therapy, strength training, and just veterans like myself that have been lifting for decades to keep these joints and tendons healthy. Hope this helps, guys and gals. I don't know if I showed you this or not real quick, but that's the anchor loader. Real quick, go to BANDBELL.com for all the information that you're looking for. If you're looking to purchase it, if you have a gym, if you want to try it out, whatever, let those guys know the Big J sent you. Until next time, Intensity Rules, train hardcore, keep lifting for longevity, strength, and size, and we'll see you next video.